Take two.
Martin's hiding.
We're in the DeLorean. It's 1997, 20th of September. It's One Night Only from the World Wrestling Federation. This is episode 26. Mason Greenwood wore that number. Hit that intro music.
This is where
Life is like a box or a hip. No, you never know who will rape you.
That's being cut. You hope that's being
No, it's not. Martin doesn't do cut jobs anymore. Martin's not a blade job guy. And if he was a blade job guy, A, he'd do it in fucking landscape, and B, he'd do it properly. Am I making you uncomfortable? So NEC Arena, Birmingham, England, 11,000 sell out on hand capacity crowd. There is no buy rate data provided or any star rating, so we are shooting in the dark, boys. What do you make of that?
It's all right. Meltzer ain't got a fucking clue anyway, is he? So what does he know?
We're gonna have to hold his hand for this difficult period.
Yeah. Is this when he had that episode of like when he had the shivers and he like pull at the bits of yarn on the pillowcase and he was sweating profusely and people just lock him in the bedroom and he'd be like, oh.
You've been watching Trainspotting again, Mark? It always makes you so gloomy when you watch that.
It reminds me of fucking bit of Johnny Cash, like a bit of Walk the Line.
Ah, great film.
It's called Shooting, not Blading.
If Walk the Line's not your favourite biographical picture, let us know right into the PO box. You know the address by now.
Yeah.
He fucking loves it, and I love it too. The introduction, I love that Skybox Office gimmicks. He brought back some right memories.
Scared me. What's like
with some British voiceover guy as well, like.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
It's
I'm like hit the fucking Pirate Bay or something and found a copy.
The B version of Dermot O'Leary.
The bloke from the X Factor. It was an early gig for him. It's an early gig.
It's all about Bulldog in the 92 documentary style intro video that JR voiceovers, giving us some history, including SummerSlam 92, which was in Wembley. We all know where he beat Bret the Hitman Hart on that night, after a night on the gear, I should say, to win the Intercontinental title for the first and only time in his career. What the fuck?
What about Bellend?
Me or the Bulldog?
Bulldog. This time.
That's fair. So all the fireworks, some Jobber God gimmicks, potentially spotted myself in the crowd with my dad on the first crowd shot, and Vince McMahon's pumped to fuck.
I think he's been out the night before as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a few of the lads had had a few cheeky drinks.
He was defo down her street. He was on the night before.
Yeah,
living it large.
With the 20 stone slappers.
How weird was that? Just through the note.
Hello, Frankie.
Hello, Frankie.
You smell like outdoors.
Frankie. Hello. Can I ask you a quick question? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you think British Bulldog should have been a Grand Slam champion?
No.
Okay, that's fair enough.
That's correct.
That is a correct answer. Thank you, Frankie. Welcome to another edition of.
You always get them right. I don't know.
Right again. Right again.
Okay. Welcome to another edition of Kids Get Asked.
She said today. She said when I come back, don't get asking me no stupid questions.
Oh, too late.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So Hunter S. Helmsley's music hits, and what sounded at first like a UK ring announcer announced Hunter S. Helmsley, who absolutely stares the shit out of these jobbers that are in these fucking gimmicks today. He's
Yeah, I
like,
thought
you two don't belong here.
This was like Tough Enough all over again, like 20 years early. Like, I'm like, what you fucking pair of cunts doing here?
Was it
Like,
Maven?
Yeah.
Maven standing there.
fucking,
Excuse me.
I love it. I
Terrible.
love it. I love all the velvet. I love the wine red.
So,
The
did anyone else?
ER gimmick.
Did anyone else get the feeling though that they were just using a Raw set, and they decided to put a few extra banners on, just like, oh, it's pay per view. It's definitely a pay per view.
Honestly,
We're not going to film.
It is a pay per view.
Yeah, we're not lying, but it is pay per view.
I did like the ring.
That was actually cool.
Like the apron, the ropes. It all worked really nicely for me. Oh, do you want these ones?
No,
These any good? I don't know if Martin's still with us, you know. It's like he's fell asleep.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
What's Don? Don's writing his fucking doing his homework, are you?
Yeah, the
I'll
ring
be in for
looked
tomorrow.
nice.
oh, right.
We got more technical difficulties.
It's going so smooth. I think last week went too. The last episode went too smoothly. It's come back with a vengeance.
Definitely.
Oh, can you hear me now? I'm a bit clearer. Oh yeah.
Oh, what's your name?
Back to my happy place. Oh yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, 9-inch. You laughing at? Frank is laughing at something.
It's that band 9-inch nails.
That's what she said.
So anyway, Vince tells us that Triple H is taking on Owen Hart, which was obviously Botchamania #1. And then Botchamania 2, as a Dude Love promo, has the ring announcer over talking. So match 1 is Hunter S. Helmsley with China versus, by God, it's Dude Love.
The dudeness.
The dudeness. You've got to put a bit of dudeness on that shit. Mike Yoda is the referee. I'm going to say that quite a bit today.
Yeah, they only took 2 refs with them on the UK tour.
Mate, they didn't even bother taking a backstage fucking announcer, did they?
No.
Michael Hayes, you can stay home, buddy. Todd Pettingale, fuck.
No, we don't
Michael
need
Cole, I don't care if you've got a reporter's fucking license and you're paying for your own flight. You ain't coming, you dickhead.
Mike, get in storage. We'll stick Mikey O in storage.
Truly. I think Dude Love was over as fuck. Jim Ross and King were they're joining Vince McMahon on commentary. As Dude Love nearly takes out Kyoda rolling into the ring.
I can't wait as well for Vince to just fuck off, to be fair. Like, again, he was just getting in the way of everything, and it's just horrible. Just horrible.
Last
I'll
one
be
next
honest,
month.
I don't think he actually got on my nerves half as much as he normally does. He actually was. He seemed like he was having a bit more fun with the lads, and he didn't seem to break it all that much. So I was like, I think it's like Stockholm syndrome. We've got used to it by now.
They'd all been on the sesh. They'd all been on the sesh the night before, hadn't they?
Yeah, definitely. They all they had a bit of art to art day there, so there was a bit more like on the same page. Like
what between Owen and Brett?
Yeah.
What turns to
the baby faces.
Bret Hart and Miranda Hart.
Dude Love also pops his bandana on one of the photographers at ringside, which was pretty cool.
He weren't doing no Brett on putting him on the kid.
No, it wasn't. No. Brett would have kicked his ass. a bit of
Dude love
bastard.
just working this. Dude love just working this match. Brilliant. Like it's completely different to everything that like Mankind, Cactus Jack, Mick Foley does.
How much do you think was actually planned of this match?
Probably the finish.
Yeah.
I don't think much was.
You can hear them
planned
talking
at
as
all.
well, like giving it a bit, like, you know, like talking to each other and calling spots to each other, which is like, you know, because you can look for it, can't you? You don't look for it as a fan really, but when you really know what you're looking for, like when you're watching stuff back, you can really look for it. Like,
yeah,
it was just that good. Like,
so Rob, first time we're going to ask you a question about your experience of being there. Did you hear Triple H and Dude Love calling the spots to each other?
Funny enough, mate, I did not hear them calling spots to one another.
Okay, just thought of that. It was dead weird though to see Dude Love wrestle, actually doing like toe holds and takedowns and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this is really odd.
But I got it, Dude Love.
But I actually really enjoyed it. I was like, if he's doing this as some sort of way to if he's just working a match, fine. If he's doing this as a way to take the piss out of Triple H, this is fucking genius. Like, I actually really loved it. It was such a nice change.
10 stars from Don.
Already. Great show.
At
Ever.
least.
What an event. What an event so far. I thought it was a pretty slow-paced match, most of it. Dude Love was on top for quite a lot, and they were warming the crowd up old school style for me.
Yeah.
Go on, Mark.
Dude love giving it the one more. One more time.
One more time.
Yeah.
And
Love
that
it.
was brilliant.
Must have had a conversation on the plane, and saying to each other like, "What do they like in Britain? Do they like you to put them in like half a hold and then say, one more, one more?
Shall I?
Shall I?
Shall I break it? Brilliant.
Calm down, Johnny Saint. Calm down.
I don't know how Triple H wasn't disqualified at one point in the match either, to be quite honest with you.
I think Mike knew not what he had ahead of himself. He was like, nah, I can't even be bothered.
Yeah, literally.
Crack on, lads.
I think that happened a couple of times with Mike Gerter on this night, to be fair. Especially in Taker and Brett later.
Oh, yeah.
Dude Love does nearly pick up the victory after hitting their sweet shin music and the double arm DDT. But China comes to the rescue, puts the foot on the rope. Triple H feeds round, delivers the pedigree, picks up the victory after 12 minutes and 51 seconds. I've started pretty solid at 2 stars.
Pros, good chain wrestling. Love the Indian Deathlock. I love the one more time.
One more time.
You know, proper work in it. I love that they're putting themselves in, like putting each other in holds and like doing an actual wrestling match. I love the coat. Shitty finish. You know, kicking out at 2, getting straight back up, and then pedigree. It could have worked it a bit better. I expected more, so I've gone for 3 stars.
Ooh.
Big.
Yeah, like I said, I actually felt it weird to see Mick Foley actually doing hold for hold stuff, but I think these two lads now they've been working together now, since King of the Ring? I think they're doing this just to keep it fresh.
This is probably like the 4th or 5th big match, like since the start of the feud, ain't it, to be fair? So.
Yeah, and not to mention as well, all the times they're going to have interacted on Raw and the house shows.
House shows, yeah.
So
they'd have done a tour on the house shows, wouldn't they, to get each other, like, you know, get to know each other a bit more as well, don't they?
Yeah. So I'm going to go with 2.5 stars. Yeah, I actually enjoyed the match. It was nice to see Dude Love just playing a bit of silly bollocks for a change. I always like that. Like seeing Mick Foley being a silly bastard.
Yeah. Don't we all? There's then a video package showing some of the crowd's predictions for the main event with the British Bulldog and Shawn Michaels to the European title. My God, there is some fucking haircuts in that fucking thing. It's so bad watching it back.
Did you see the one bloke with a fucking Burger King hat on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally had that in like 93 when Jerry Lawler come in.
Yeah.
He's kept that since Wembley Stadium, the last time he was there.
Literally.
This is for the lads. I'll remember me.
Yeah, he's took his wedding photo down to put on the mantelpiece, ain't he?
You know that lad is though, unofficially. That's the lad who was the infamous Bulldog promo.
Bizarre.
No, the British Bulldog's gonna win whether he wants to or not.
Oh yeah.
Been put tough paper around 5 years. Aged so badly.
It's just terrible. Here comes Sonny.
Oh,
Ring announcer gimmicks for this evening as the guest ring announcer. Turns out the actual ring announcer, Carsten Schaefer, is German.
sounds more English than German.
I agree.
Yeah.
After the first match, when it come up and I googled him to see that he was German, I was like, nah.
Maybe he's an exchange
I don't
student.
believe it. He's definitely an
I forgot
exchange
about
student. 100%. He's never gone back home, has he?
No.
Yeah. He's been living in Selly Oak all this time.
Yeah.
But I mean, to Don's point, which he's made to us about this pay-per-view in talking about it before today, is what's your description of it, Don?
It's a fucking glorified house show than 3 matches.
There you
It
have
really is.
literally. And this
This
one
was a good
is
example.
And Vince knew
the
it.
start of the rest hold, as I like to call it.
The
'Cause
rest hold of Birmingham.
literally,
We've had the shine.
Cassidy,
No, it's
yeah.
fucking calm it down a bit, lads.
Let's slow it down as Leif Cassidy is going to take on Tiger Ali Singh with his manager and father. Tiger Jeet Singh. Levener's the referee, and I'll be saying that a lot more this evening too. First of all, why is Tiger Ali Singh fucking babyface? Or attempting to be a babyface, for that matter?
I could say that I could ask that question about a lot of these matches, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the
yeah, we're
I
going
think the
to
book, I think the booking on this, like, they didn't really think it through. Like,
No.
Like, it just didn't make sense, a lot of it. Just keep it to what it is.
Yeah.
Just entertain the crowd. That's all I want, really. You don't have to, be
Yeah,
like
got
that.
to change the lights. Yeah, I got to change that.
And here's my tooth and some more money.
Oh, okay. Well, then you going to bed now.
Brian
Bye.
Johnson's
Good
been
night.
around the house. I knew he was missing off the shelf.
Yeah.
She's
He-
what's
he's
the tough
moved-
today, so she's put a tough in a tin.
Yeah, we're just
Oh.
saying Dwayne Johnson's got to have come
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
He's
And
got
he's
to
gonna
have
have
left your book on your shelf.
Yeah. He's going to have that tall lad with him as well from the office help him out. Not what his name is.
In the office, his name is. I can't remember. He's in the office.
You know-
I didn't
you know
think
what
he was.
Steve Merchant.
It
Steve
is
Merchant, that's it,
Merchant.
thank you.
Mm.
I don't think he was in the office.
It's bad I remember his name. His name in the film is Tracy. It's
Oh.
bad that's just I actually remember that.
No, it's
Great film,
as good as Tracy Turnblad, that is. What do you think went wrong about Tiger Ali Singh's promo?
I remember, what did he say? I can't remember exactly what he said. He said something about. Was he doing something for disabled people? No.
No, I think he was just trying
Close
to
enough. Close
be a
enough.
nice person, put over the fact he was Asian Canadian, I believe he said.
Just putting over the Asian Canadian community.
And
So,
you-
so
Oh,
close
okay.
enough.
Because there's a lot of that in Smethwick.
You know, the Canadian.
Or
the
like,
Canadian section of it.
yeah,
Well known spot that is. Like, you know, you've got Chinatown, you've got other districts, and then you've got
yeah, the Canadian,
Canada
yeah, Canada land.
The man literally told the people of Britain that him and his Canadian fans were going to rid the world of kids on drugs. What a
Yeah.
fucking guy. No wonder Britain, one of the most drug-fueled countries in the world, who love to get into their happy place, if you will. You're gonna go out there and cut that promo. Go fuck yourself, you dickhead. You've just lost everything. Every
American,
single
ain't he?
one of those 11,000 people in that crowd have just gone.
It was
and
a
told
proper
you to
American.
Take a shit on your dad's chest.
Ironically, because he's like Asian Canadian, he did like the most American promo in the world.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it was just like,
Yay.
yeah, we are going to do this,
Yay.
and we
Nah,
will
you're
do
right, mate.
this, and it's just like, oh, fuck off.
Literally.
Like,
Hey.
I feel sorry for Als now.
Yeah.
Leave Cassidy.
sorry, Leaf Cassidy.
Yeah.
Leave Cassidy,
Spoiler alert,
sorry.
Leave Cassidy.
I love the
Sorry.
fact that the announcers were trying to put him over, saying, "Oh, he's a really underrated wrestler." It's like, so why are you putting him with Tiger?
When was the
Ali
last time he
Singh
was
over
on?
it?
This is the first time I remember him even being involved in anything on TV. I
I
don't remember
think
him
the last
at all.
time I remember seeing him was when he was tagging with Marty Jannetty as the New Rockers.
I thought he was on one. He was on an In Your House that we've covered, I think.
Was he?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember what he is. We can't even remember.
Well, yeah, it proves my point, don't it?
I can find
He's
out.
fucking shite. He's the pits.
Mark
He
Merrow,
need-
I'm
he need-
sure he
he need-
wrestled. Yeah, Final Four.
Fucking hell.
Mark Merrow, we give it
What?
1 star. Back in February, that was.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
getting 1 star today, mate.
He weren't on the King of the Ring. I don't think he was probably on anything else, but fuck him, he was on something. Anyway, like, it's fucking shit. There's a jump start. No one give a fuck that it was happening, including the commentary team.
Yeah.
Lebner looked like he needed a nap. The fans cheered for the heel. It was a nice finish on the top rope with the Bulldog. Tiger Ali Singh goes over after 4 minutes and 6 seconds. That's probably the thing that I give it half a star for, to be honest.
What, the Bulldog?
The Bulldog, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite nice, actually.
Martin can't believe it.
So, all I've put is pros, Sonny.
Nice.
She's even in the match, but I'm going
Half
to
a
include
star
it because
for
she's
her.
part of the match. I just put cringe promo, shitty finish, awful worker, half a star.
Was that half a star for Sonny?
Just for Sonny, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love how awkward she made all the commentators at the end.
Literally. You're
Vince
gonna
was like,
make me look
"Oh,
stupid."
yeah." JR was like, "I'll have this. It's all right."
They say things are bigger in
Bigger in
Texas.
Well, I'm from
What's that say
Oklahoma.
about Oklahoma? I gave it 1 star. Half a star for Sonny. Half a star for the Tiger Bomb Bulldog from the top rope. That was it. That was it.
Sonny was having some fun as we get a recap on how the Headbangers become the tag team champions.
Just watch this.
Just to clarify why, after winning the big blow-off triple threat match from last month, is Savio Vega going straight into a tag team program with one of his boy band members.
The hairier one as well.
Oh man.
I love the
hair all
fucking
over that man.
like
Oh,
Jerry the
so-
King Lawler's like, has he got a
Kind of
sweater
rug.
on?
The rug of a human being there.
Fucking Aladdin's magic carpet, mate. Fucking horrible. Absolutely horrible.
King says his fucking razors are fucking broke, and Vince is like, "Hey, enough of that. What you on about?"
Vince is the one feeding him lights, like, hey,
Yeah.
Come on, be racist, but then I'm going to tell you not to be racist.
Yeah.
The backstage will laugh about it.
Backstage, I'll wank you off, look. So, yeah, this is for the tag team titles. It's the champions, the Headbangers, who won them at the last event. They're taking on the Los Barricas, the team of Miguel Perez Jr. and Savio Vega. Mike Yoder is the referee, funny enough.
He's back again.
And we get another jump start, back-to-back jump starts.
Yeah, terrible.
It's also the first time I recall seeing a title graphic for the WWF.
Yeah. It seemed like it's like production truck nearly forgot about it. Oh shit, press a button.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like run it across the screen really quick.
I didn't see it for the WWF title or the European title, though.
No, I think they just wanted. I think Kevin Dunn just wanted to show off about this one. And
Yeah,
like,
it's just trying to put the tag belts over it. That's why.
Vince, what do you think? Vince, what do you think?
Yeah.
Into my teeth in the way of this shot.
Literally. Botchamania number 4 with Miguel's impressive yet misjudged gimmick off the middle rope. It was a bag of shit, really. Kyoto, I think Kyoto did a lot of the work to get the hot tag over as well as he did. The headbangers go over after 30 minutes and 34 seconds to retain the title. I give it 1 star.
Fair. I actually liked this match purely because of the crowd interaction. The crowd was really up for this match. They was really into the false tags, the classic tag team, 1980s, 1990s tag team, sort of like fucking classic tag team, match that you'd put together. I was really into it. I loved it. So I'll give it 2.5 stars.
Wow.
That was big. Actually, I enjoyed this match. Like the crowd were into it. As always, as we're playing, I like to now play a game called "What Are the Headbangers Wearing?" So I believe it's Mosh wearing a Manson shirt as always, but Thrasher was wearing Birmingham Pioneers of Grindcore Napalm Death Top. So 24 years later, and someone finally got the reference. So well done, sir. It was a good match. I actually enjoyed it. I have to agree with what Mark said though. That proper cutting the ring off in half and just all the blind tags was amazing. Like it was just nice to see clean technical stuff.
It's classic and it worked.
Yeah, and Savio Vega's my boy.
I think Kyoto made it all work. Other than
You reckon?
Yeah.
I was like, I always like Savio Vega. I think we might be seeing the last bits of like his run, but I do enjoy Savio Vega's style. So I'll go 1.5 stars.
And I think that just shows as well. Obviously, you say the ref, like Mike Yoda, made a lot of it as well. But he's part of the team as much as anybody, and so he's done his job there, ain't he? So that's a good, fair play to him.
So we always talk about Mark Curtis with WCW, but I don't think we give the WWF refs enough respect.
No,
so
shouldn't sell T-shirts at the back of cars then. Couldn't.
Yeah, Dave Earl Dave, whatever you
want.
Earl Dave.
Earl Dave.
Old Dave T. There you go. Market that one, lads. Out the back of your corner.
What a day.
Gene
Bulldog does a promo with JR about his sister being in the crowd. Who did he mention she had cancer?
Twice. Yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case she didn't realise. No funkettes. I'm absolutely fuming at that.
And no stripper boots either.
That's what I'm saying. It's all gone wrong.
I was looking, and what happened to them? What happened to the big boots?
Like knee-high boots with
slut boots,
fringe at the top.
Kinky boots.
Yeah, I want to say no kinky boots for you today.
No kinky boots today.
No kinky boots in front.
Kinky boots. Flash Funky's taking on the Patriots. Mate Dale. What's my name, Dale?
I thought it was Dell, like the computer.
Dale.
That's actually what he did after his wrestling career. He invented Dell computers.
No.
Why kept the mask on? Why kept the mask on?
It's the second face getting booed on the card.
Yeah.
Why do we think he was getting booed?
America.
Could have been waving a flag that ain't English.
Absolutely.
Not really, because there's someone later in the night that waves a flag that is in English and he gets mixed.
However,
but he ain't that lad.
That one deserves it.
Yeah. The thing is, his gimmick is so out and out American.
America!
Unless you're in America, you will most likely be the heel. Just because of it being a patriotic gimmick.
Yeah.
So I think that was it.
And
people appreciate Flash Funk.
And I still can't take the seriousness of that music with him. Obviously, hindsight is a bastard, ain't it? But I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was listening for them chants, and I'm sure they did some sort of like you suck or something in between.
Someone's piped it in, haven't they?
Yeah. Very faintly. Yeah.
You wait until we get to Sergeant Slaughter. We're using that music, and it'll be a little bit louder.
Wow. So look, it was shit. It was 8 minutes, 47 seconds. Flash Funk did look good. Patriot looked awful. And for Flash Funk, I can't give him 0. I'll give him half a star.
Fair.
I love Too Cold Scorpio. He's all right, isn't he?
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Solid hand.
I think the match was all right. Tane one of Flash Funk's better matches, or Two Cold Scorpio's better matches, but yeah, it was all right. I think there was something like was it the second rope or top rope, like crossbody thing that he'd done. He just about pulled it off, like he'd done a flip into it, and then I can't remember exactly what he'd done, but I remember thinking, fucking hell, that was pretty decent. That was, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think there's just like the Patriots like struggled to like adapt, and there's a match like later on in the show where like this does happen again, where the heel's getting booed, the he's getting cheated, and the face is getting booed, but they learn to adapt and they have a decent match, to be fair. Yeah. But the Patriot couldn't adapt to this. He was just like scratching his head like really bad, like fuck. Do I carry on? Do I celebrate still? I was told to go on the second rope when I won, but do I still do that? Or
do I make myself a target?
Yeah, what do I do? I'll wave the flag and they'll boo again. Oh, fuck it, I've made it worse. You know what I mean?
Could I put a keyboard with the computer, or should I wait?
Yeah.
Think about the computer, you see. So
yeah, that's it. They couldn't adapt, and that just let it down for me. You're still trying to do the plan the match rather than just thinking on your feet. Then you'll listen to the crowd.
Yeah,
you know, you
got to the end. Just change the route you get there.
Yeah, there you go.
Got to do.
How many stars?
Oh, did I tell my stars? No.
No.
I'll put 1 star down. It's better than the Tiger Ali Singh star match.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Shame for Flash Funk, Too Cold Scorpio. I actually think this was a better show for him than we've seen in the past. Needs more stripper boots, or needs more kinky boots.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree with what Mark said. But the thing is, you think he was on a pay-per-view going for the World Heavyweight Championship to 3rd match on a glorified house show. And even then, it looked like he was struggling.
He was obviously a trainee, wasn't he? But he was in that spot. He was in that spot because he could drive.
You got your boots, kid. Get in the ring. The thing is, I looked into him a little bit. Like, he extensively wrestled in Japan.
Kevin.
So you think though, it's like if you wrestle in Japan, like you should know like psychology. You should know how to wrestle. You are not showing it here, boy.
Mm.
Get on them computers. Get on to Steve Jobs and go, listen, mate, I've got something for you here. How do you feel about it?
You want a Dell processor?
Yeah. We'll say 1 star, and that's solely because of Scorpio.
Yeah.
And Rob's probably slagging off everyone now, saying, motherfucking, how dare you shit on Delv Wilkes.
No, I thought I was going to take a shit, but it's fine. I've kept it in.
I think that's a beauty.
I'm just sitting in my commode right now.
Literally.
I wash myself with a rag.
I need to walk up for Anyway, yeah, that was shit. So promo from Hawk and Animal. Obviously, it's all just more of the same. Nothing ever changes. It's the same thing. Yeah, literally.
Love it.
We got another tag match then. Mike Yota's the ref. It's Legion of Doom versus the Godwins. Obviously, Sting, one of the best wrestlers of all time, according to Daniel Cornfield.
Yeah.
And his brother Henry, taking on Hawk and Animal. Also, Phineas Godwin. Best.
How good do you think like Legion of Doom are feeling at this point? Like they've
got
to be, mate. So Legion of Doom have got to be like backstage a bit nervous, really, because they're going into the ring with like a pretty good tag team. To fair, I know, like you know, like what sort of how would you two as the betrayed? Like you've got to sort of like think, fucking hell, like Godwins, man. Like we're off, but fucking hell.
Nothing compared to them.
Let's just shout.
I would say personally,
I shout when I'm nervous. I shout when I'm nervous.
I laugh when I'm
No
nervous.
one's ever seen me like this.
I just think personally, we'd like, look, let's just get this fucking match over and get on the dark fruit taste. I think if it had been shoot this match, that would have been us.
Mate, they would have mugged us off with a slop drop,
Slop
I
drop.
think. You know.
So JR makes Sting reference a bit later in the night, but I'll we'll talk about that when we get there. Which made me laugh,
You'll definitely forget by the time we get there.
I guarantee.
Also, the LOD. It's the first time I've seen like a different entrance. Didn't they have like flashing lights or something happened? Like did they have pyro or?
I think they had like a bit of pyro before.
Did they? I remember just thinking the proper like boosted. I'm like,
yeah,
like when they become LOD 2000, it's like Jason.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Jason X. Yeah.
Actually,
literally like Jason X.
Rob, I've got a question for you. So, since you were there, there's the legendary warrior, like the Road Warrior part.
Telekinetic teenagers.
What was it like being there to like hear that pop? Because that sounded like a pretty good pop for them. Actually,
I got goosebumps when they come out, like, because I realised that like I was there to hear and see that. And it's just like, you know, both, God rest their souls, have, you know, passed away now as well. And they're just, you know, amazing.
Forces of nature. They're just forces of nature.
Amazing. What a tag team. What a pair of absolute Detroit warriors. And they're not even, I don't even know if they are from Detroit, but they just give me that vibe. Chicago, Illinois, that's the one. See, close enough, isn't it? Michigan,
it's
Chicago.
in America, right?
They're close. They're like next door neighbours, really, aren't they? One's a Ford, and one's a Bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know what else more you want me to say.
Good metaphor.
I think this is the best match that these two teams have put together. If I'm honest, I think Hawk had a really good hot tag, and Animal had an even better one later on. And it was different to the other tag match for many different reasons, really. But Phineas does take the Doomsday device and fully rotates, but he does manage to stay safe by the look of it. 10 minutes, 42 seconds, 1.5 stars.
I've put pros great Doomsday device. Absolutely great. Like you say, he kept he got his forearms at a right angle as he landed. He was safe. You know what? You can't ask for any more than that, really.
He did break his neck.
Anyway, I put the cons for this is that the story. I didn't really personally care for it. Whether that's wrong of me for say, I don't know, but I know they've got the history of like breaking the neck, and it's got no material. It's a good match, but like I think they tried to put it over as like some sort of story because they brought some other stuff up. But
yeah, Godwin's been kicking the fuck out of him, hasn't they?
Yeah, but it didn't really like go anywhere. I don't know. You know, so I think they tried to just tell a story and it didn't work. Yeah, just have a good match again. You know, it doesn't have to have a story. Just have a good match. Don't whatever happened. You've made a bit of a story out of it last time when they had like the tornado or the 4-way, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you've sort of like settled that now because in the give him a Doomsday device. I can't remember what happened in the last.
They got DQ'd.
They got DQ'd for using
they got DQ'd
bucket and then fucked them over.
So I suppose, yeah, but I don't know. It was all right. 1.5 stars as well, half ball. I just didn't care too much for it, if you will.
If you will. I just want this feud over with now. I'm fed up of every show. It feels like every show we watch is these two teams.
I just want Sonny to be with Amada.
Yeah, just get to LOD 2000. I've done with it.
Exactly. No. Even though it was in 98, look.
Yeah, we'll get there. LOD looked good as always. That crowd loved them. They were all fucking up for them. Nice Doomsday. Phineas taking it properly. A lot on the knees, though. That looked like he took a lot on the knees with that. And I was like, oh, you're not going to have fun at work tomorrow.
On that farm.
For Monday Night Raw.
Well,
it's going to be a long horse cleaning shit session.
Yeah.
I've got 1.5 stars, actually. It was decent. I just want these two teams to stop now. I'm done. What a
day to be alive. And don't worry, because the rest hold is coming to an end. But first, JR's in the ring for a Ken Shamrock promo. Ken Shamrock has finally evolved now to where he's got the full music, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still missing the old
head
banging thing. but he has evolved.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're at the Charmeleon of his evolutionary
That's it.
stage.
It's Charizard, the final one, right?
Yeah.
So,
Charizard is the lion's cage,
Yeah.
sort of finish. And then he sort of like de-evolves when he's in the ministry, but we'll get to that, I'm sure.
I want to say, turns into Digimon then. It's
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought, it was a good, decent promo. JR was like, mate, are you going to stop walking around? Are you going to let me fucking talk to you? Are you going to face the camera or what?
The World Wrestling Federation.
I was thinking, mate, you got your back to the camera and everything. What's going on? Just sort yourself out. But yeah, it stayed all right. Got a good little ankle lock on, and
Yeah, and Martin's favourite gun does make his way to the ring. Yeah, obviously he gets dipped, and obviously ankle lock as predicted, really.
Yeah.
His
fucking toe hold, he called it. No wonder he nearly got his ankle snapped by calling it a toe hold.
Mate, this is probably the best promo Billy Gunn's ever done. Because he doesn't do anything else, really. He just fucking just follows on from Road Dogg. And
I'm going to say, do you not class all the times he spoke after Road Dogg?
No.
As a promo?
That's not a promo. That's just part of the gimmick.
Of your favourite tag team ever?
Yeah.
Let's just clarify that. He's for your favourite tag team ever.
And but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Billy Gunn this is best promo, even like not as the New Age Outlaw,
You've definitely got some weird choices as your favourites, though, that is for sure. But the New Age Outlaws and Chris Canyon.
I don't knock in the Canyon.
It's all subjective, though, ain't it?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, of course it is, 100%.
Opinions
it's better than being like generic fucking Bret Hart and Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels, ain't it, to be fair?
Wow.
Shots fired.
That fucking hurts, Martin.
Don't call my fucking weird choices then.
Next you'll be telling me that fucking Arcade Bros a great tag team.
I am.
See?
I like it. I'm into it.
That's the type of person that you're agreeing with, Martin.
I don't agree with that. Fuck them. Put a pair of shoes on, you daft cunt.
Well, we got no backstage interviewer, like I said. Vince gives Bret a backstage interview, and Bret Hart claims to be a babyface in the UK.
Love it. I love the fact that Vince shit all over him in front of fucking 15,000 people. I love it. You fucking shit all over him. You could see the fucking fear in Bret Hart's eyes. He was like, Vince, what the fucking hell are you doing to me? I love it.
Fucking hell.
I loved it.
Do you want to spell out letters? Because I'll do it.
Someone's booking us on pay-per-view here, Mart. Me versus you, 1-on-1 to the death, apparently.
Who said to the death?
The explanation marks.
To the death. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's true. It's not without an aid, anyway.
Go on then. Try and justify this promo.
No, I can't. But I will tell you that in the arena, we heard Vince McMahon asking the questions as well.
Yeah. I actually quite like that, though. I actually quite like that as a concept. It was like, we're doing like almost like a semi-promo interview gimmick.
Yeah.
So,
just put somebody else in front of the entranceway and just do it like the way it should be done.
We could have had that Carsten lad.
Yeah,
Bieber.
Could have told us about fucking, some backstage gossip that you've got on a phone number.
Yeah. If only there was some hotline bling or something you could have put over.
That's the one.
I just love the way that Vince shit all over him. Fucking, no one fucked off.
I liked that Vince McMahon started shooting because Bret Hart had finished his promo early.
Yeah.
Because obviously Bret went best series, best was, best ref world, but Vince started asking him just random questions. And then he forced him into an answer, didn't he? So does it matter that I like you, Bret? And he was
do you care?
Yeah, I do. I do care. Like, I need people to like me, actually. Thanks.
Brett, what do you have for your lunch today, Brett? Well, I was expecting just that's like read our question. Like, what's your favourite topping on a crumpet?
I don't know.
You could tell.
I'll read it in my journal.
You could tell it was unscripted because Like his promo was like direct. He was cutting a promo, and then all of a sudden, when Vince asked him like random questions, he turned into like Bret Hart the person.
Yeah.
Just like talking. He was stuttering. He was like sort of like talking normal, like he was having a normal conversation. He wasn't cutting a promo as the WWF champion.
Well, let me tell you,
He was
something,
caught
man.
in the headlights. Yeah. He was just caught right in the headlights, and it was just a mad sight to see.
Mad. I love that King stuck up for Bret Hart though. Like, I'd never thought I'd ever say that, but King stuck up for Bret the fucking Hitman Hart. It's
Welcome
great.
to the NEC, where things can happen. Anything can happen.
Literally. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but Invader's video on the Titantron, when he grabbed the Saudi Arabian reporter by the throat, that's in the video package. I thought that was brilliant.
That's the most thing he's most famous for at this time.
Yeah.
They even mentioned on commentary like
JR shot hard, man.
Oh yeah.
JR shot hard on Leon for Saudi Arabia.
He was talent relation at the time, wasn't he, JR?
Yeah.
That was somebody pulling out the pistols.
Yeah, he did pull out the pistols, man. He was like to the death for life. As Vader, he's going to take on Owen Hart. Earl Hebner's the ref. I absolutely love Owen Hart's music. Love it.
Oh, second biggest pop of the night. Second big pop of the night as well as he
Chef
came
kiss.
out. I must say. It was, and the thing was as well, we were saying about the flag thing. He's coming out as a Canadian, swinging the flag. They didn't give a shit. They were all about Owen Hart. Yeah.
All right, with the Canadian.
Yeah, they're just all like Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how that works, Dell. Get on them computers, lad.
Good old Dale, man. I'm just adjusting, lads. I'm having technical difficulties.
With his boxer shorts, if you will.
Boxer shorts, if you will. What was I going to say? Concussion mid-match, I think, for both men. Yep. But it's still the best match on the card so far. Like, and also, why is Owen Hart Hulk Hogan?
You'd see WrestleMania 3 on the plane ride over, we're doing that.
Yeah,
we're doing that.
Having that.
Yeah.
Leon, get over here.
Loved it. Loved every bit about Owen Hart being Hulk Hogan. King's commentary's class. Like, throughout the night, how many English puns did he get in? How many movie references did he get in?
Yeah.
Including, obviously, telling JR about them 20 stone slappers last night.
Pillocks.
Pillocks, absolute pillocks.
It was so odd. There was one time on this entire night where I had one person from commentary say something, it sounded like normal, they'd say it. Because it was every time JR said it, it sounded like an American saying, like, what is a slapper? Like, King was doing it just to make a point. I think Vince said something, he just used the term normally. It was like, well, that took me back weirder than anything else you could have said. It was really odd.
Fucking hell.
But
that body slam, though, man. Owen Hart also became Shawn Michaels mid-match too. And Vader with the absolute best catch and slam ever, I think. That was absolutely perfectly timed.
Yeah.
After 12 minutes, 14 seconds, Vader goes over 3.5 stars.
Wrong.
Nice. I think there's a few dodgy bits in it. One of the Hurricanrana definitely had a concussion.
100%.
You know, Vader got up. Owen Hart looked at him, was like, "Oh, you're not going to run at me then? What are we going to do? Like, what are you standing up for? If you're fucked, get down. Like, you know what I mean? But Vader don't stay down. You know, you could see all this was going through his head. Like, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll just like punch you in the corner then.
Fakest shots in the world. Like.
Yeah. Because I don't know how I'd tweet you. Because I don't know if you actually fucking got a concussion. But yeah, I loved it. I think it's a really good match. There's a few dodgy bits, but this is the perfect match where I was talking about, like, you know, Owen Hart at this point is a fucking heel. He's with the, you know, the Hart Foundation, who are shitting all over everybody. And he comes to Britain, he's got a fucking amazing pop. You know, I think Vader tries to do the you know, the crowd work at the start, but it just don't work. I mean, now it's got the bigger pop. So the switch rolls, and I think it works. I think it works brilliantly. Absolutely works brilliantly.
Does, man. How many stars did you say?
3.
Nice.
Yeah, these two, it was odd because there's a few times when they just didn't gel, but when these two lads did get going, it was really nice to see. And when Owen hit these, I believe it was these patented spinning heel kick, and then did the nip up. No, it was the drop kick and then the nip up.
Yeah,
that crowd exploded.
Yeah,
that was like, holy shit, you are a fucking face tonight.
Shawn Michaels.
Go. Yeah,
absolutely Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but you could tell he was like, "Oh, I'm giving it bollocks now. I'm having it." I'll go 3.5. I actually really enjoyed this match. I want to see more of these two lads.
Beautiful.
Really enjoyed it.
You could probably tell he was like, Owen was like, Dave, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shit all over that match of yours. I'm going to do a fucking nip up like Shawn Michaels does. That's what he said to him, definitely. He was like, I'll fucking show him.
A young Daniel Bryan watches from home.
Yeah.
Literally, Owen Hart, he's just shooting on everybody this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And even from the grave, he's pissing people off, as it's been announced that there will be a AEW tournament in his honor.
Yeah.
Which, that's quite fucking cool news.
It's about goddamn time.
Yeah.
WWE
just not letting him.
It's because the family was obviously fucking waiting for the right time. They didn't want WWF to have or WWE to have anything to do with him, did they?
No.
Understandable though.
They see that he was killed there, and it wasn't a terrible accident. He was murdering their
negligence, wasn't it?
Yeah. But
if you will, from one heart to another.
Picking up the belt that night.
Rob's over. So we're into match 7 of 8. Bret Hart said Taker in his promo, and then boom, the lights go out and the Undertaker is here. What an entrance. You know,
all 7 minutes of it.
Oh, literally.
Happy about that though.
I've seen the Undertaker a couple of times at the NEC. And I don't really recall this entrance compared to like one of the last ones that I seen him at. Well, the last one I seen him at was against Edge for the World Heavyweight title, when it was like obviously SmackDown, and it like WrestleMania 24 time. It would have been that revenge tour, and that was obviously like fantastic. I remember him making his entrance as Zedman, leaving as the Zedman. It was class, but I don't really like think back to this show and remember it as well as I remember that show. But this entrance just fucking gave me goosebumps. It was class.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. One thing I've never had the experience of is to actually be there during a Taker entrance, and I'm actually really envious that you actually got to be there for this one. So fuck you. That's a problem I've got to deal with. That's a problem I've got to deal with.
Do you think that guy in Chattanooga? Do you think he was there for an Undertaker entrance? He's probably.
You're right there, Bob.
I was in Chattanooga with my mum.
That's a merch alert. I was in Chattanooga with my mum. I love it. I was there, Chattanooga.
97 on tour, Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Plus A patrol.
Fucking journeying in it ease now, I tell you.
Oh, Jesus.
This one time, me and my mom went to Chattanooga. Oh, the WWF title's on the line, lads, and this is how we're going on about it. It's your 5-time WWF champion, Bret the Hitman Hart, taking on the challenger and former champion, The Undertaker. Mike Kyoto is the referee. This is my only note. What a banger this one is.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start? It's like,
I want to start with the fact that it was 34 minutes of pure bliss, and I rated it 4.5 stars.
ooh. No, that's
nice.
He's already shot
No.
his load,
Yeah.
That's it.
so he can't book a show. Put the belt on him.
You know what? As well, this match had everything, don't he? It had
Literally.
it had it all. You know, it was brilliant. It was brilliant, and you can dissect all the different types of all the different parts of the match, but in the end, it was just a fucking brilliant match, brilliant masterclass. Didn't have to be. It was a fucking like I said, a house show on steroids, wasn't it? You know what I mean? That's all it was, really. It didn't have to be, but they put on a good show. Fucking fair play. I'll give it 4 stars. Not as high as Mr. Mark, but
That is a fantastic inside rib. I like that. Thanks.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I'm getting messages from beyond the grave. I'm getting messages from.
I know what's happening. Meltzer's fucking texting him, telling him what the fucking match ratings are. What's happening?
Oh, sorry.
So
like
Meltzer or Melina, one of them.
Yeah, A or B, works for both.
Show us sex though.
Like I've said, this was probably last match was probably the turning point when this actually felt like a pay-per-view to me, not a glorified house show. This fucking cemented it. This, I think, is the best match I've seen between these two.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And I think this is a bit of an underrated classic, frankly, because, like Mark said, this show did not deserve this match, this caliber of match. But I'd have been happy as this has been like, this to me would have been like a Mania match. It was that sort of, I loved it. I absolutely loved the match. 5 stars. I fucking loved it. It was.
Wow.
I don't throw out the 5s that often.
Wow.
Balls deep. This man is.
Fucking
Put me in there. Put me in there. I'll climb in foot first.
He's deeper than me on Saturday night. / Sunday morning.
So, do you want to rate that experience out of 5 stars, Rob, or should we ask Meltzer?
So it's all about Shawn Michaels from this point. As he's interviewed by Vince McMahon as well. And yeah, it's another. I've had a few sniffs of a few of this and a few of that. And it's for the European Championship. It's Shawn Michaels versus the champion, the British Bulldog. Lebner's the referee. Look, it's another classic to go back and watch. I can't rate it highly enough, to be honest with you. And you know, if you can't book a show, you put the belt on Rob anyway. But they did book the show, and especially the last 3 matches, they booked it really well. And you know, as much as Bulldog should have won, being the hometown hero and all that bollocks, I don't care. Shawn Michaels is the GOAT. Unless he hates one people, and then we're going to have to change our opinion on that. But 22 minutes, 53 seconds. I've gone 4.5 stars with this one as well.
I didn't rate this one as high as the Undertaker Bret Hart match.
Right.
I think it was a really good match. One question is just going through my head. Like, I don't know. Like, I still don't know why did they take the belt off him and give it to Shawn if Shawn was going down the route of, you know, doing a program for the belt with Bret. Why would they do this?
Shawn just wanted to be known as the first Grand Slam champion, even though it's. He could
have had the European belt at any point though. It was around for years after. Yeah, he would probably want.
It became a mid-card title a lower mid-card title for that matter.
So you think at this point, because it was new, it was classed as more of a higher end IC belt competitor type of gimmick.
He's probably the highest the belt ever went, to be honest, with the exception of maybe
Shawn Michaels, the
Eurocontinental runs of D'Lo and Kurt Angle, respectively.
Yeah.
So I think that was where the belt got its most notoriety after this.
Don't forget, like, Shawn Michaels is like, he's been WWF champion at this point. Yeah. Like, Kurt Angle hadn't been. I don't think he had been world champion at that point, had he? When he had the Intercontinental.
But I think this was them testing him.
Right. Okay. And then obviously
And
D'Lo
D'Lo.
never become world
Nah,
champion.
but D'Lo was Russo's boy, and he liked him, so he
Yeah.
gave him the run.
But
So-
this is Shawn Michaels, having the belt earlier on in the year to now having the European belt. So, prick.
Oh, Mark, tell us what you're really thinking.
I
A pretty prestigious title though. Now that Bulldog
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Shawn
Oh, yeah.
have both held it.
and they've retired it. Nice play. I love it. Why
I
don't
do
they just
miss
keep
the
it going?
I do miss the European belt, actually. I would like to see it make a comeback, but
You'd have to, because they've got the North American in NXT, they've got the United States,
Yeah.
Intercontinental, which ain't really European. It's
US.
like a B grade. Yeah, it's that Australia. It's like Australia, like sort of Asian.
Australasia. It's the Australasia
Yeah,
title.
it's Australia's title. Yeah,
It's
it
the,
needs-
it's the
needs European
Australian Asian title.
It's the Pan American title.
Nice.
I went 3.5 stars with this one.
Okay.
I just didn't agree with the outcome, not the finish, but the outcome.
Don't cry about it. It's fine.
Rob, did you cry about this when this happened at the NEC? Or did you
Absolutely.
damn near rip your 8-year-old cock off seeing Shawn Michaels win a belt?
Oh, definitely had a wank carded.
Vince McMahon's thoughts. Bulldog won like 5 years ago at SummerSlam. In his hometown. That's going to be too predictable if that happens again. But come on. I don't know. But he didn't even go anywhere with it. Shawn popped off to Undertaker. You know what I mean?
Sean convinced him to make him the champion on the night. I think it was meant to be Bulldog winning. And Sean politicked it and obviously got it changed. And then eventually would drop it to Triple H on an episode of Raw.
Of course he did.
Which was very, very similar to a finger poke of doom that we'll come to see.
Yeah.
Of
course he did. Shawn Michaels playing politics all day long, that is. And it's not good.
Wasn't it by the end of the year? Because I believe it was like a Christmas episode.
It was a Christmas episode, yeah.
Yeah. This match for me, I enjoyed. There definitely felt a bit of we're going to try and top that. I don't think it did, though.
No.
It wasn't a proper main event. They should have just switched it.
Could have sacked him, Mark.
No, it was a good match, though. I really liked what they did with the Bulldog injury thing, because I was like, oh shit, that's serious. I was like, no, that's fucking not.
Looked real as well, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. For a he took me, I probably got suckered in by that point. I was like, fuck, is he all right? Then it started working. I was like, fuck, that's genius.
Yeah.
Also, why was everyone trying to put a figure 4 over tonight? This wasn't the first match it was applied on, and it was the only time where the figure 4 was actually used.
Where was you supposed to tell us about your Sting story?
Yes, actually. So in the
Told
last
you
match,
forget. Told you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Did you hear JR nearly called the sharpshooter the Scorpion Deathlock? He actually started saying Scorpion. He went like Scorpion Sharpshooter.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow. And he's a WF guy for a long time at this point as well.
Then when he was WCW before.
Yeah. But he'd been with WF for a good couple of years. Yeah.
3-4 years. Yeah. So, your boy Sting still appearing.
Was it 93? Wasn't it at Bash at the Beach 94?
WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, he did like a couple of.
Company.
He did like I think there was a bit of a payoff thing where it was like he said he'd go to WWF for cheaper, just to get out of his contract. So I don't know. It got confusing, but yeah. So thanks for reminding me, Rob. But yeah, like
how many stars?
4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this match. Bulldog looked good. Shawn was at his coked up finest.
Do you think he had his sunny days before or after this match?
Definitely after.
Mate,
he's
Dolph
fucking with
Ziggler,
that.
7 hours. What a legend.
He's fucking with that. He's fucking with that belt.
And that was after a show as well. That was
with a concussion.
Yeah, checked himself out the hospital. Did he even go to the hospital, or was he like?
Oh, he said he went to a medical facility.
Yeah. What a guy.
What a guy.
He's definitely had some he had some substance needed.
He did, mate. I bet you know what? I bet you was still going out with Nikki Bella at the time as well.
Yeah, probably.
And he's gone, do you know what? I've got this opportunity to go fuck Sonny.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. Shoot for the moon, boy. Shoot for the moon.
Nick Nemeth, what a guy. So 8 matches down. It was a one-off pay-per-view, really. Hence the name One Night Only. We will get a few other England pay-per-views, if you will, from the WWF sporadically throughout the next few years. Will it rate as high as this one?
There's a fucking 5-star match in this one, so I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. This was big. So this it's done really well, actually. 2.375 is our average. So 2.3, really. Let's just go with that. That's a big boy rating. Big boy rating for 8 matches.
That's the biggest WWF show we've done for the most matches. That's the longest. Vermont is the second time they've done pay-per-view with 3 hours.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of shit in the undercard as well. So the last couple came in strong.
It's the last 3 matches, wasn't it, for this pay-per-view, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the first match, though, you can't, as much as the last 3 matches was good, you got Triple H against Dude Love in the very first match,
Yeah.
Even at this stage where they're not really, evolved into what they can be in the feud, it's still a good match.
Yeah, it was
Still solid.
Solid opener.
Yeah. Highest WWF pay-per-view of the year so far that was rated.
Would you agree with that?
Sorry, other than Canadian Stampede, so second.
Would you agree with that?
Well, Canadian Stampede had the beauty of only 4 solid matches, whereas this is 8 matches. Do you know what I mean? So card for card, you would say the 8-match card has come out a lot better, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's had a lot more chance to fail.
Exactly. And fail it did at times.
But then fuck me, did it pull its boots back up?
When
it looked like he was going downhill.
All of a sudden, young Rob Campbell shouts down the corridor, "Right!" And he came and answered.
Yeah. Put the belt on Rob.
Put the belt on Rob. 5 stars.
So it's going bad. Put the belt on Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, then that is everything. Next up, we're going to have Halloween Havoc for World Championship Wrestling. Remember, that includes DDP and Macho Man for about the 10th time this year. And then
Eddie Ray.
Eddie Ray as well.
Eddie Ray, okay. And then we've got the number 1 contenders match inside Hell in a Cell. Winner goes to Survivor Series. European champion Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker in the first ever Hell in a Cell match with Bad Blood.
With 2 Ds.
2 Ds?
Yes.
I love a double D.
Everybody loves a double D.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you don't, you're lying.
Yeah.
And I've been Rob Campbell alongside.
I am the show podder number 2 jobber of all time, Martin Holland.
I'm Daniel. That went to fuck.
Cornfield.
No, and I'm Daniel.
I'm becoming Judas in my mind.
Cornfield. Broke him. Fucking broke him. You got rolled, boy.
That comes up as a fucking copyright clown at the fucking roof.
Copyright claim.
To Google.
Hey, this sounds just like Chris Irvine. No doubt.
I am.
When's Chris Irvine turning up? Because this Chris Jericho's a prick.
Glad you enjoyed that one.
See you next time.